Good evening, Super League. It's me again. Surprise, surprise. I hope you enjoyed the company of Fifey over the last couple of weeks, while I did other stuff and recovered and what have you. But good to be back. Happy to see that the Super League is still going strong and plenty's been going on. Some big wins, some big results. We'll look at them just very, very briefly. Just more for myself to catch up, really, more than anything. But I'm sure you'll humor me for a few seconds. Um, There was, of course, the big 6-1 win for Stackington over Sancte. It was a big talking point. Haggis lost to Sloths. This was 2 weeks ago or 2 rounds ago. And then a couple of draws there. Badgers continuing their good run, beating East Coast. Then we had a full round with a big Badgers win over Stanley 5-0 there. Dudley winning as well. Foss Road beating Fulchester. Haggis with a home win there against Sancte. Los Santos losing to Vikings, and another defeat for Sloths with Exiles winning 2-0, and finally Stackington drew 0-0 with East Coast. Um, Good evening, Alf. Good evening, Steve. Good evening, Mr. Campbell, and good evening, Duggan as well. So those were the last couple of rounds. You know them better than me anyway, but now I've caught up as well. The table, as we could probably predict, the Badgers are still way out in front, 8 points clear of Dudley, and then it's very tight with Dudley with Exiles and Foss Road all on 25, Stackington just behind them 23, and then just a couple of points separating the teams below them. East Coast in sixth place, having dropped a bit. Vikings down under the line as well, with Northern Burn, with Haggis and Fulchester, Los Santos Stanley, and finally Sloth and Sancte down at the proper bottom. Stanley Sloth not completely caught adrift yet. Sancte is looking a little bit tough. A request there from Steve for Alf to check his DMs. Some potential transfers going on here, as Dudley can look to continue their push, conceding 10 goals now. Not as dominant defensively as they were in the beginning of the season, but still going pretty well. We will have a look at the fixtures that we have this evening. We have got East Coast at home to Foss Road. We have Exiles hosting Stackington. Then we have Fulchester against Dudley Hill, Sancte against Los Santos. It's Stanley against Haggis, and finally it's Viking hosting Sloths. I will, of course, as usual, try and wait a little bit to see who comes on for the potential manager interventions, and we'll do our best. We'll do our best, I will say. At the moment, it doesn't look as if we have a pairing in the comments, so we will have a look. Oh, there's LSK manager Scott. They're up against Sancte. We'll see if Ross will be here. Early the better for me, please. Well, we'll do our best for sure. We've got Dudley against Fulchester, and who are Foss Road playing? They are playing East Dimbles, East Coast. Could potentially go with Dudley Fulchester. I'm not sure if Dan will be making an appearance. So that would possibly be a good place to start. Usually Steve turns up for Vikings, so we will wait a little bit with that one. Um, that'll be great, says Steve. Well, that's what we're going to do then. That's what we're going to do. Um, I'll try to be. I'll try to be on next week. Oh, well, we'll get back to that, but next week might be a little bit later than normal. But you'll hear more about that, I'm sure. So let's see how this goes. We will start with Fulchester against Dudley Hill. First up, I believe. Oh, we'll get this one out of the way. First up, we believe Fulchester had made a one or two changes. Oh, here's Dimble as well. We can go with East Coast as well. I think East Coast have an opponent. Was it East Coast against? I forget. Against Foss Road, indeed, we can. So let's get this Fulchester against Dudley out of the way, and we will continue with whoever is here. One or two changes. I forget exactly who they were, but but, but I'm sure I've completed them. Of course, as usual, any managers in the chat, you can call me out. Yeah, it was Petrov. Keen comes back in, so those changes are definitely done. Just getting back in the swing of things here. So that's Fulchester. A couple of changes for Dudley as well. Sigalko is obviously out. Del Vecchio comes in. Nikiforenko's in as well. New signings here. Rui Costa. Rui Costa not playing. Seems a bit harsh. Um, Rui Costa MC for Ambrosini. I forgot that. But here he comes. So that should be okay. And then we've got the Del Vecchio and Nikiforenko in front of him. And then Constantino Scott Constantino, or who I forget who he is, Batistuta maybe, someone like that, up front. 2 goals and two, double against Northern Burn. New goalkeeper as well. Abiati is in goal due to be due to the suspension to Headman. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it for Dudley. We'll see how they can what they can do against Fulchester tonight. Up in second place, obviously, looking to keep the pressure on the Badgers at the top of the table. And numbers, I guess, don't really matter too much. Yep, Stammer's captain seems reasonable with Headman out. So let's kick this one off. First game of the evening is Fulchester against Dudley. Oh, and it's Kutuzov who opens the scoring for Fulchester 1-0 already with just 30 minutes played. Dudley Hill creating plenty on their own. There was Nikiforenko. Good save by the Fulchester keeper, though. Someone picked up a yellow card there as we hit the 30-minute mark. 10 minutes to go until halftime. And it's Nikiforenko with the equaliser. Dudley Hill straight back into this one. Just a couple of minutes now left until halftime. Reeves, he's been made. Put Tappy in goal. No, 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 no. Abiati's doing brilliantly. Well, he's on a five, to be fair. So maybe we'll see Taibi. Has Taibi done something to annoy anyone? He hasn't actually. He was good at Los Santos. Fell out of favor, picked up by Dudley, but hasn't really started. He's a strong average. So yeah, I mean, it could be. Anyway, let's have a look at the match stats first. 3-1, 2-2. So fairly quiet, fairly even. We'll have a quick look at the Fulchester stats. It was Pizarro with the assist and Kudasov who opened the scoring. Sevens and sixes, not the worst. Fulchester definitely still in this one. Dudley Hill, meanwhile, it was Roberto Carlos with the assist. He's got to be top in that table, hasn't he? Or thereabouts. Good start, good first half for him. Some sixes as well. We'll see if Steve wants to do anything. He's going to roll until 60. See what happens. So that's what we're going to do. Frey sends the ball upfield for Fulchester, but it's Dudley Hill who picks it up, gets down the other end of the pitch. Um, and that is a second red for Ayala. Yeah. Tricky one for Fulchester. Probably going to go one at the back, considering that Dudley's only going to play one up top. It seems like the most obvious solution. We'll see if Steve wants to do anything at this point. Steve, do you want to change anything after the red card? Not having the best of luck, Dan, is he, to be completely honest, with that Fulchester side. Maybe one of the managers who'll be looking forward to the redraft and potentially a new squad, unless he's already happy with the one he's got in the All Stars League. Go to 60, says Steve. Excellent. Ricotta with an attempt there. Quiet it down a little bit. Constantino, Roberto Carlos combining, coming forward for Dudley. Can they make it two? But it's Frey with a good save. Rui Costa with a short corner, Nikiforenko with a flick on, and nothing happens. Materazzi goes forward. There's Pizarro, oh, Kutuzov getting involved again, and Nikiforenko down the other end of the pitch. Still 3-1 for Fulchester, 4-3 now for Dudley. They've had the better of the beginning of the second half. We've got a bunch of players on eights now. Rui Costa and Simeone both on yellows, both on sixes. Maybe something for the manager to think about. He has got Franca, he has got Sinoni on the bench as well as the attacking options. Defensively, it's looking pretty solid. We'll see if Steve wants to do anything at this point. Meanwhile, we'll have a quick look at the Fulchester stats as well. Sixes and sevens, there's an eight for Varlamov, who's doing a pretty decent job there in that role. And yeah, Ayala, of course, down on a six, sent off. Sinoni comes on for Rui Costa, and we are going to roll with this. Big early chance there for Dudley Hill just after the 60-minute mark and that substitution, but no goals as of yet. We've reached 76 minutes, and it's still Dudley Hill pressing for that second goal, but Fulchester holding firm, creating a couple of chances on their own as well. We'll probably slow this down a little bit just for the last 5 minutes, just to see what kind of action we get out of it. 3 minutes of added time. Yep, Stam doing stuff. And Simeone, who was maybe lucky not to get pulled, he was on a six, has a good shot, but unable to find the back of the net. Zanetti with a crucial intervention. Dudley Hill with a couple of good chances here, but it's Calazza who picks up an injury. Should be a straight swap for El Guerra. I believe he's also a DMC. I'll just wait for Steve to confirm that, but I'm fairly certain that's going to be the change. Yep, indeed, El Guerrero comes on for the last 5 minutes. Materazzi's had a stormer there. Yes, indeed. Materazzi's a very good, very good player, and he has had a decent season so far. But it's Dudley Hill again. It looks more and more likely that they're going to find a last minute winner. Instead, someone picks up a yellow card. Roberto Carlos takes a free kick, deflects off the wall. It's out for a corner. Will they have time to take it? It's Cafu. Oh, but Materazzi again with a good block. 5-3 for Fulchester, 8-5 for Dudley, who definitely had the better of the second half, and 9 for Yap Stam there. 14-11-7, keeping Fulchester from having any kind of like real meaningful chances apart from the odd couple of shots on goal there. And it is indeed Materazzi, as Duggan predicted, had a stormer. 11-10, 7 key tackles, great in the air as well. A couple of key passes thrown in just for good measure. Frey getting a 9, Kutusov scoring a goal, and with a little bit more of a clinical striking force, Fulchester could probably have had 3 points here. Um, we seem to move then can't capitalize on a red. Did you not win even though you were down to 10 men in the last game though? Was that not what happened? I don't remember. Headman's got a yellow card, so you a red card, so someone was down. Anyway, um, yeah, Dimble and you are both here, Doug, and I have seen that, and then I'm going to go with Scott next. So we'll get Foss Road and East Coast out of the way. It'll be quick, at least in the introductions, because both managers are going as is. Lowson's still out for Foss Road, and Bartes, of course, is still out for East Coast. 3 weeks still angle, strain angle things, whatever they were. So we can dive straight into this one, East Coast against Foss Road. Let's fire this one up and see who comes out on top in this one. East Coast down in sixth place, of course, looking to make up some ground here. If they can, with Bartes still being out injured, a key player for them. Absolutely nothing happened in that first half. One shot each. Thank you for making it a quick one. I've got gingerbread to put in the oven, so speeding things up is not a bad thing. It's been okay. Kieran Dyer and Ibrahim Saeed are doing sort of fairly okay. Sixes and sevens for East Coast. Not looking brilliant, but as mentioned, a very quiet. More of the same, please, as is. Indeed, it's top quality content we get here. We even slow it down for the first 15 minutes of the second half, so we don't miss anything, any of this riveting entertainment that we've had so far. Rooney does well to parry it. It's not had a bad couple of games, has he? Rooney in for Bartes. A little bit more activity here early on in the second half. Certainly looks like it anyway. Or maybe the slower text is it's just playing tricks on us. We'll see. Reaching the 60-minute mark with a goal kick. Thuram collects it. And Ronaldinho with a volley. We did have a shot on goal there. Perfect. um, Yeah, top quality entertainment here. Two sides sort of cancelling each other out. Van Nistelrooy on a 6, so is Finnan. Don't know if any manager would be tempted to make any changes here. Let you think about that one, Duggan, while we have a look at the East Coast stats. Fitness wise, I mean, not really a lot to write home about here. We've got Reyes and Amoroso on the bench. Duggan says, as is, we might see Amoroso in action for East Coast. He went on a sort of a decent run before Constantino came back. So that would be a potential substitution, but I'll let Dimble confirm. Obviously, wants what he wants to do. Away side is as is. Let's see, Constantino. Vikings on later if possible. Sure, we'll try and do that. 7-4. not really coming back firing, has he? Reyes as well. Amoroso on for Amazon. Amoroso on for Amazon. It's gonna be like um, this, presumably, or Kuhl on the left. Does it matter? Or Amoroso on the left? I don't know. Does this Not bothered? Okay, we'll leave it as is then. Fingers crossed for Amoroso. He's done six. I mean, 817. That's a solid average for him. Let's get back to the action and see if those changes will bring. Oh, it's Ronaldinho with 20 yards out, opening the scoring for the away side. East Coast themselves creating a bunch of chances now, trying very hard to get the equalizer. Nick Matulin with a guy, a fine save. Constantino must score, but doesn't, and then he does off the bottom of the bar, his fifth of the season. Um, my goodness, they've crammed all the action into the last kind of 10, 15 minutes here. We'll just slow it down just so we don't miss any potential last minute action here. Dyer comes forward, C. Elias slides in, Cole comes forward, back as the raid offside. There's Robin down the other end of the pitch. Dyer picks up a yellow card, Gattuso with a quick free kick. And another one, there's one for Constantino takes it. Plenty of free kicks here. It all the action squeezed into to the last 15 20 minutes there. It's 8-5 and for East Coast and 5-4 for Foss Road. Plenty of shots on target in the end there. Teams could have done us a favor and kind of spread it out a little bit more, but great entertainment in the last sort of 20 minutes. An assist for Steve Finnan for that goal for Ronaldinho. And let's see who got the man of the match award. It was Constantino, who certainly picked up the pace in the second half. Plenty of shots on target. The assist came for Robin, who has had a bit of a quiet-ish season by his own high standards, and a 773 average, but his fifth assist of the season. Not bad at all. So that was East Coast against Foss Road. Amoroso came in and did okay as well. And that was East Coast against Foss Road. Let's see what else we have. We have got a request for Los Santos to go early, I guess. So we can do that while we wait for potentially Alex and Vikings manager to turn up, Mike as well. Yeah, let's go Los Santos against Sancte as Scott requested. That seems fine. New tactic for Sancte, or still trying tactic for Sancte here. Sort of familiar personnel. Ferguson maybe a little bit further forward than most people would like. Could potentially have played an MC role and Riquelme centered, but he's chosen to go like this. And Crespo up top is obviously his main man. He has got 7 and 15, but not done brilliant the last couple of games. But yeah, fingers crossed for Sancte that they can get a couple of points here or three. But they're up against Los Santos, side that continues to evolve. I think it's fair to say. Collins has come back or has come in for Los Santos in that AMC role. Harsimovic and Saviola up top, Gonzalez behind, Marquinhos is there, Welsh. A lot of tinkering going on at Los Santos. Not entirely sure it turned out exactly like Scott had hoped for, but he continues to try, and now with some new firepower at his disposal in the form of Ariel Ortega as well, things could maybe take a turn for the better here. Technique 20, solid player Ortega. We'll see if he can deliver. And of course, John Welsh has done like a sort of fairly solid job, and he seems to still convinced that he's the man, for the job. So yeah, overall, um, it's not always it's not always the easiest being a manager in the Super League, and especially for someone like Scott, who really puts a ton of effort into this, and sometimes his players are just not rewarding him with the results. So that's how it is, I guess. But let's crack on with the action of this one and see what Sancte can do against Los Santos. We have got some squad numbers to hand out. David Collins gets number 10, surely. Can't be hanging around with that. Um, and yeah, let's see. First half kicks off Sancte hosting Los Santos. Early chances for Los Santos, 3 or 4 I counted already. It's Crespo for Sancte coming back here. Um, Tariba West gets away with a warning for something. Ortega now comes forward. There's Good Johnson, Harasimovic, and there is Saviola. I think they served enough opening the scoring for the visitors. And there is Harasimovic, unstoppable. It's Los Santos strike force here in the first half. It looked even more in Los Santos's favor, 2-2 and 3-2. I would have thought that it would have been a bit more Los Santos, but yeah, manager will be fairly pleased with that. Fairly pleased to see that Ariel Ortega gets on the sheet with an assist. Maybe not too happy with David Collins, but things could change in the second half. But yeah, overall a solid first half performance for Los Santos. Sancte, Barry Ferguson, not enjoying his sort of forward lying position there. No one else having a brilliant time, to be honest. Central defenders seem to have done okay somehow. Patasok was on a 7 as well. Not the worst, but definitely not the best either. Don't think I've seen what's about, and Scott goes as is, so we will slow it down for the first 15 of the second half, as we always do, and just see what happens. Riquelme is fouled, Ortega's holding him back. Let's see, Riquelme has been very productive in terms of dead ball creating chances in the past. Wasn't to be in this particular occasion. Uh, 53 minutes on the clock now, and it's Los Santos coming forward again. Gonzalez picks up the loose ball. There's David Collins with a low drive. Wasn't able to score on his debut, I believe, unless he's been here before. Oh, and that is the end of today for Sabiola. LSK formation doing the business. I guess it's going to be a straight swap for Patrick Kluivert. We will do this as the 60-minute one. I'll just wait for Scott to confirm, of course. Steve and Alf both seem fairly content with the deal that they've made. I'm sure I'll be involved in that shortly. Oh no, not at all. Kluivert, please, nothing else. Um, Good. Sancte, Barry Ferguson still on a 5. Um, I'll show you this, not that it really matters. Match speed back up to very fast. Now that we've put Kluivert on for Saviola, and let's see if. Oh, oh, I'm guessing Beckham and swap with Ortega, but we'll see. That's my guess anyway. See how let this be a test of how well I know my managers. Beckham swap with Ortega, exactly that. Good stuff. Yeah, so good. Let's just check the 32 and Saviola on 0. Oh, there you go. Oh, thanks, Ross. Just in time, mate. Apologies for that. We had to go with someone, so but I'm happy that you made it at least for this. Zidane for Ferguson will do that. Meanwhile, 0. That's never good, is it? And 32 is not ideal either. We will see. We will see in the next pack how bad it is. Um, and fire this one in and see. Uh, Centralize Harasimovic, maybe. I'll leave it at that, Ross. If you want to make any dramatic changes in the last for the last 15 minutes, then now is your opportunity to do so. Of course, free for all, as Scott has a man sent off. So if you want to go wild with your attacking options and arrows, then please let me know. Santa Cruz, obviously there, who could be brought on, and plenty of other things. I mean, has he then been discarded by every CMSL club? Um, probably, probably yes, Alf. I think most people have had him. We could probably, I don't know if we could figure that out, but if I guess so. I guess so. Error on Roque Santa Cruz. We did that. Zidane is the man, right? Well, let's see. Let's see if he is the man. Swap him for Beckham. Tatum Marine, you're not playing, so no, you haven't. And you won't be either. Back to bed. Meanwhile, this one fizzled out. 4-3 for Sancte. They actually had the better of the shots on target. Los Santos only in on two. Um, and yeah, good Johnson with a man of the match performance. Brilliant there. I mean, we can play on and see if we can find Edwards. And no, I'm kidding. Anyway, as yeah, nothing really to write home about here. Kluivert got subbed on and got sent off, and yeah, we'll wait and see what the injuries were. But um, I mean, I could do, but Ian's not here, so it doesn't seem like particularly fair. If you can find him, but I think he might have Oceanic Cup games and other stuff to play. No, not really. I'll ping both of you separate afterwards. Headfirst will arrive. All right. If we can do it super quick. No, if we can do it quick, if he's there, if you can find him and we can do it super quick, then yeah, sure, why not? Anyway, Vikings against Sloths up next because both managers are here as well. Oh, did I click on Ross's stats? If not, then we'll have a look. But I need Ian here because I need to swap the teams back and all of that because all of the players are away doing Oceania whatever thing. Anyway, Vikings against Sloths up next. Less talking. Um, Vikings have made one change. It's Salas who comes in for the injured Shevchenko. Just a short. I think he's missing a week or something. Damaged shoulder. They struggled before to score Vikings um, on occasion for about 5 or 6 games in a row. We'll see if this has a very negative effect on them. Fingers crossed for them that it doesn't. Salas and Hersey up front, Nedved behind them. Power It's a little bit of a change. Haven't a clue, but it worked out last week, didn't it? They won. So 2-1 against Los Santos. So we will see. Um, Meanwhile, Sloths with a Christmas tree formation. The first Arca captain, please. Yeah, I'll do that. Don't worry. Um, Christmas tree plus gifts. Interesting formation, plenty of arrows. I'm a big fan of this the diagonal arrows on the AMCs. This is an Alf classic. I hope that it works out. I hope that Christian Tim gets a whatever it is, three goals or something. I mean, it that would be beautiful. But you never know. You never know. Um, we'll fire straight into this one. We'll just put Arca as captain. And Sloths, Dakur, that was the captain selected by the manager, so that's all good. We kick off the first half, Vikings home against Sloths. See how it goes. 20 minutes played, Sloths creating a couple of chances. Here is Tim, there's Arca coming forward, finds Salas, unable to convert it though. Um, and it's Tim coming forward again. Christian Tim's been good for Sloths so far this first half. I've seen his name flash up a couple of times. Interesting to see what he can do. Um, a bunch of chances, and it's Igor Biscan of all people opening the scoring. Sadly for him, in his own goal. That is not what you like to see as a manager. 3 shots and perfect. Uh, okay, here we are. Have I missed the main event? Um, Due to the cryptical nature of your username, I don't know who you're waiting for. Um, Igor Biscan not covering himself in glory there. Uh, Christian Tim only getting a 6. I, I saw him much more positively involved, but seems not. Um, yeah, everyone seems to be okay fitness wise, and yeah, attribute wise. No, you in this case you haven't played yet. No. Um, Yeah, that was Sloth's first half. Not super impressive, but a new formation always takes a little bit of time to settle in, and perhaps a little bit unlucky with Biscan scoring that goal. Forward arrows on the DM on the DCs, though that's a brave one. We don't see that often. Alf rolls and Vikings. Yeah, I mean solid enough. 6 for Emerton and 6 for Nedved. No cause for concern here, and they're obviously leading 1-0. So I presume nothing for Steve either. But we'll just wait for him to confirm. Both managers goes as is till 60. So let's see what happens in the first 15 of the second half. The, but what happens is that Vikings seem to continue to create chances, and Sloths are struggling a little bit, has to be said. Um, Biscan, oh, nearly does something terrible again by the looks of it. But didn't get a second own goal. Don't think I've ever seen that, a player with two own goals in the same match. Wouldn't roll it out though. There comes Christian Tim. He's trying his Tim, trying his hardest. Um, will it pay off for him? Remains to be seen. There's Ark coming forward, trying to find someone. He's looking for Shevchenko. He only finds Hershey and Salas. That's not good news. It stays, it stays 1-0, and it stays with not a single shot on target after 62 minutes, which is I guess the XG on that is is fairly low, if we're being honest. Sloths have got Sebastian Kehl, Darren Fletcher, and Catania on the bench that they can bring on. Condition, there's nothing to worry about. Dakur is on 81, but he's not likely to be pulled off, considering that he's the captain and on an 8. Toneto, Kessman, and Melgaron seems to be the prime candidates. As mentioned, Catania and Fletcher are the attacking options on the bench for Alf. Meanwhile, over at the Vikings, it's looking decent. Sevens and eights. I mean, manager would have probably liked a few more shots on target. He has got Esteberia on the bench who could potentially do that. There are no yellows, there are no fitness concerns, nothing really to note here, and leading 1-0. So we'll see if the manager goes as is. Fletcher for Reed, and that is it. Darren Fletcher comes on for Stephen Reed, and that's perfect. And then we'll just wait for Steve to confirm if Vikings are going to roll or if he's going to try and throw on Esteberia for Nedved potentially. Esteberia has shown some creativity from an AMC or even further back role before in the Super League. I'm not sure what the manager thinks of that potential suggestion. Nothing else really of note has happened here, like key passes for Hershey and Salas. And Steve goes as is. Nice and easy. 28 minutes left. Let's see if we get a shot on target in this one. Um, I'm not overly hopeful. I'll be completely honest. Um, Hersey comes forward. Oh, we did get another shot on target. It was Salas who made it 2-1, and Tim pulls one back. Cudicini with a good save. Plenty of action in the end here, just as the previous game with Foss Road. Um, and then, of course, having said that, nothing else happens. We ended up with 5 shots on target. A few of them in three for Sloths in the last couple of minutes. It certainly game came to life as soon as Stephen Reed came on. Vikings run out 2-1 winners though. A 10 for Olivier Decour, 13, 10, and 7. Brilliant performance at DMC for him. Everyone else not doing fantastically, but Christian Tim gets the goal and a 7. So continues to be important for Sloths when he plays. Christmas trees coming down. That was quick. And a solid enough performance for Vikings. It's sort of a Burn-esque performance here with eights and still winning, and Liverani with an assist, etc., etc. Um, yeah, so that's Vikings against Sloths. Good entertainment in the second half, at least after a shocking first 45, 60 minutes, and Vikings 2-1 winners there. That's them probably above the dotted line. Exiles and Stackington, not seen either manager online this evening, so we're going to go with, I believe it's Stanley at home. Couple of changes for the Red Rose here. The formation is back to no insane arrow, presumably, with Gary Neville taking the spot of young Mr. May. Johnson is on the bench. Semek is jumping onto the bench as well. Um, what else is the change here? Ronaldo came in. Indeed, Ronaldo's in at AMC for Del Piero, and the rest is as it is for Red Rose Stanley. They are up against. Oh, Sventakowski is dropped from the bench for Semak. That was the one that I forgot to mention. Up against Haggis. I think it's striker swap for Haggis. I think Inzaghi came on for Montella. Apart from that, they are as is. Not been a great season for Haggis. They struggled really in the beginning and are yet to find sort of real consistency. Obviously, beating Foss Road, beating Los Santos, beating Vikings, three big wins there, and then 3 games without a win. Now a win against Sanctay. Now they play Stanley. A win here will do them good. They play Exiles in the Scotland Derby next, and then they've got a bit of a tough run in. They've got Burn, they've got East Coast as well, Badgers. Imagine having Montella on the bench. The luxury, the absolute luxury. He has only scored one in 14 though, so probably. Um, well, you weren't meant to be on, Ian, but here you are because Taser was begging. So there you go. You can thank him or blame him, whatever you want. Whatever you want. You sent a tactic file as well. That's advanced. Um, Oh, indeed, you have. Good, good, good. Well, we'll get that set up once we get the last couple of games out of the way, which should only take us a couple of minutes. So, patience, patience. First up, Stanley against the Haggis. Alex has joined. Evening, Alex. We were saving you just for this precise occasion that you did turn up, and you have done. So, we'll get you on next. First 20 minutes has been pretty much all Stanley. It's Guillerme who opens the scoring for the home side. Tough evening for the Haggis here. And let's see what else happens. It's been a bunch of Stanley chances, to be completely honest here. Hoping for draws, all right. You're 8 points clear. What are you worried about? And there's Ronaldo with his second. And there's a Jens Jeremy sending off. It's been a while since we had one of them. Not sure if the manager will actually do anything here. We will see. Uh, he's been overrun, to be fair, and down to 10 men. Mr. Campbell, if you are about, what would you like to do, if anything? Oh, you're not allowed to do anything, are you? When you get a red card? Can you move Shax? Oh, you well, it's almost 60 minutes. You can move Shax if you want. Not getting in, nothing till halftime for me. Roll till halftime, says both managers. Well, that's easy. There you go. That's halftime. 5-5 for Stanley. Absolutely nothing for Haggis. Terrible game for them. Guigo is on a 5. Jeremies is on a 6, despite being sent off and doing terribly when he was on the pitch. That's not looking good at all. This one's a goner. It's got to go 3 up top. Haggis 1 at the back and 3 up top. Trying to get back into this one. Galashak centralized. Surely. We'll see what Mr. Campbell says. Meanwhile, Stanley, no assists. So I guess that's a thing. But yeah, boys have played well. Guillermo, Ronaldo, both on the score sheet. Nothing to worry about there for the manager. Haggis, meanwhile, got lots of thinking to do. Potentially some changes. We will see. Who blinks first, if anyone? 3 up top, please. I'll do till 60. Yep. This is till 60. Good stuff. Haggis kicks off the second half, not a single shot yet. Let's see if one's coming now. There's Hipia, there's Nicolau. Esteban picks up the ball, goes down the other end. Stanley tries again. Ronaldo narrowly over. Petkov comes forward now. He's tackled, and Stanley again create a chance out of picking the ball off the Haggis players. Ronaldo again unstoppable, it would seem, this afternoon. Free kick to Stanley. Paredes takes a free kick. It's all Stanley, literally all Stanley here in the second half as well as it was in the first half. Although Kalashak comes forward, into the feet of Inzaghi, nothing else happens. Um, Poor showing from Inzaghi here, I think. Guigo's shown a yellow card, not what Haggis need. Another player on a yellow. They have plenty of them already. Samuel with an interception there. First good action of a Haggis defender of this game, I think. Stanley retains possession. 6-5 for Stanley, nothing for Haggis still. This is absolutely terrible for Haggis. Not, not, not even sure what to suggest. Yellow cards all over the shop. Bringing on Figo and Montella could help, obviously, somehow. I'm not entirely sure how, but it can't get much worse. Hippie and Samuel doing a brilliant job at the back. Everyone else struggling. Stanley, meanwhile, all good. Fitness is all good. Performance-wise, all good. Um, no real concerns. Should just kind of ride it home, I guess. Meanwhile, we'll see if if Mr. Campbell has thrown in the towel already, he's normally one for conceding a game early. Um, we'll see. We'll see if he does the same this evening. Um, Obviously, changes are, yeah, can only break it. Exactly, exactly. You got to run with it, and we'll see if Haggis wants to do anything or Montella for Nicolau, Freddy for Guigo, move Freddy to AMC, centralized Petkov, and Figo for Rotten. There we go. Good luck. Stanley appeals for penalty, not given. Haggis comes forward. Someone will kick himself for missing something. Oh, that's not gone well. You're gonna centralize Hipia, and that's gonna be it. That's a terrible Haggis performance, this one, to be completely honest. Uh, that's not gone well at all. Casillas saved it though, whatever it was happened. It wasn't a penalty, but there's Guillaume. Um, Matthew Coronel, Ronaldo gets his second as well. Um, absolute shambles over at the Haggis side. Oh, terrible, terrible. 4-0 win for Stanley. Brilliant. Um, it's not Exiles. It's someone else for Haggis. I can't remember exactly who, but let's see. 12 and 2, 2 and 1. Haggis, I mean, fives and red cards all over the place. Nothing interesting to see here. Meanwhile, not a single assist somehow with 4 goals. Well done. Well done, Guillermo and Ronaldo. Doing it all by themselves. Brilliant entertainment anyway in this one. And Stanley, as mentioned, running out 4-1 winners. We go with the next game of the evening. It's Stackington Colliery against Exiles. No changes for Stackington, so that's easy. I think Constanzo comes for the bench for Exiles, who also had a decent 2-0 win last time out against the Sloths for them. Yeah, let's see how this one goes. Exiles taking on Stackington in their lovely shiny away kit. A good start for Stackington here, creating quite a few chances early on. Got to take advantage against Exile, so otherwise Smooch and Vieri are going to come back and trample you later on. Um, say Roberto with a good pass coming forward. He's had a brilliant season, obviously. And that's it till half time. 2-1. Stackington had a brilliant start to the game, but couldn't capitalize on it. Those 6 shots, neither of them finding the back of the net. Defoe's on a 6, so is Jakubu, and so is Novotny. Everyone else doing okay. Fitness wise, everyone else okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Looks decent enough, just not finding the back of the net. We'll see if Alex wants to do anything. Defoe for Anelka, please. There we go. That's it. Exiles, uh, all good for them, I guess. They're not behind, despite having not played particularly well, but we'll roll till 60 and see if anything happens. I feel it might come back to haunt Stackington that they didn't score that goal early on, because Exiles, as we all know, difficult to beat, and they do have some match winners in that squad. Up until 60, let's see if even Cordoba, the unlikely match winner of them all, most unlikely, can do something. He couldn't. Charlie Chaos, and there is Smooch. I did warn you, and it did happen. Smooch gives Exiles the lead 1-0. They have 4 and 3. Staggington have not had a shot in the second half, and Elk has not been brilliant after coming on. We'll see if the manager wants to do anything. He still has Senden and Diembo Balde on the bench, who could come in and cause havoc. Senden for Oliveira. So I don't know. I mean, we will see. 3 up top, maybe. Who knows? We'll see if Alex wants to do anything. Meanwhile, we'll see if someone got an assist for this one. No, it was Smooch all by himself. 3 up top, please. And that is it for Stackington. Oliveira and Guerrero moves up front next to Anelka. We will see if that changes anything. Well, it did get Jonathan Binotto sent off. So I guess that's something. Perhaps not what you were hoping for, but but that's what you got. We'll uh, centralize someone, do something. Um, I'll let you move your Kupu, I guess, to the right hand side. Oliveira on the right of the three, and two up top. We'll do that. Um, and let's see. Not completely out of it, of course. It's going to be unlikely with 10 men, but who knows? 15 minutes left to play. Novotny shown a yellow card. Nesta comes forward. Galka shown a yellow card. Smoots comes forward again. Oliveira picks up an injury. Straight swap for Senden maybe for the last 4 minutes. Go and download the Ryan, what do you call them? Burns tactic in the meantime. Senden. That's it. Mm. Oh, there was actually a good chance for Stackington there. Unable to score though. 9 and 7 for Exiles. Given doing bits again. Yeah, solid performance by Shea Given there. He picks up a 9. Exiles pick up 3 points. Roberto man of the match. No assists for anyone. That concludes the initial round of action. We'll see if we can get the Badgers and the Northern Burn game in as well. Saviola out for 5 months. That's not good news, is it? That was the zero fitness. So yeah, in case you were wondering, that's what happened. We have got a league table. It's Badgers 5 points, oh, sorry, 8 points out of Exiles. There's Dudley, there's Foster, there's Vikings above the line, Stackington above the line, falling away miserably. You're still above the line. Northern Burn on 15 with the game in hand could catch up with a win. But yeah, that's what we are looking at. So let's move super swiftly on to this one. I will just don't be on the loading screen for a second. Did I win and go down? No, I don't. I don't think so. Did you? No, you stayed where you are. You were in 12th, and you are still in 12th. Um, so let's see. Did I not pop you on the loading screen? I don't know. So in the background, I will just proceed ever so slightly and see what's going to happen here. Um, we have got a quick game for all of you to watch. Let's see if we can bring it back. Um, let's see if we can bring this one back. It's going to be Northern Burn against Napier City. Hopefully you can all see the screen. We will have to just play this one very quickly. Of course, these are all the Northern Burn kind of reserves, so no first team players ending up getting injured here. We'll see if we can get this one out of the way very quickly. Unfortunately, Burn are probably going to create about 900 chances in this one. Oh, they might lose. Oh, there's Illich. Hope they lose. Don't be rude. Morale reasons. Yeah, well, I don't think Napier City are going to put up that much of a fight. Unfortunately, the other team that they played certainly didn't. There's Haddad. He's looking decent, by the way. Shame the save is not going to go on any longer. He might have been someone that you could have a look at down the line. Huntela makes it 5. Mm, yeah, been a decent first half for them. Yeah, you know what it's like in the first half. Oh, Edwards. Edwards scores for Northern Bird. Who is this? Who is this imposter? Um, Click on Haddad. I will. Oh, it's Nicky Somerville of all people, or a distant cousin perhaps, who scored. Who's oh Gary Edwards? Indeed, that's Gary Edwards. And Rudy Haddad, who's had the sort of a pretty decent season in the reserves, and he's had a couple of appearances here. So yeah, it's not been terrible. Huntelaar as well. He's kind of okay, but anyway, that's where we're at with Northern Burn. You guys are going to go back on the loading screen and we'll fast forward this just a couple of days and see if we can get Um, oh, I'm sorry. You're you're gonna have to apparently you're gonna have to sit through another you're gonna have to sit through another Northern Burn sort of reserve game here. Yeah, I mean they've already qualified. I could have played Grace. I hope no one gets injured. I've got other reserves on the bench, obviously. Brad Rood opens the scoring for Lau Toka. Um, maybe there's a fitness issue for Northern Burn here. They don't seem to have played particularly well. Jamie Victory not covering himself in glory so far. We'll see if they'll do better in the second half. Go on, Lau Toka. Yeah, they're a little bit inconvenient, these kind of like little in between games, but there's nothing really we can do to avoid them. That's how it is. Oh, Klaas and Huntelaar with the equalizer. It was looking so promising for the home side, I guess. Um, and there was Huntelaar's second. Oh, the morale is going to be sky high for Northern Burn. Apologies to Tato. It's not gonna go the way you wanted. Klaas and Huntelaar making a statement for an inclusion in the first team squad here with plenty of goals against the. Um, click on Haddad. I already clicked on Haddad. I'm clicking him again. It's not gonna help. Huntelaar found his level. Super League winner, isn't he? Klaas-Jan Huntelaar. Anyway, back on the loading screen you go, and this time, hopefully, we will get to something that resembles a Northern Burn versus Badgers game. Um, are you gonna do? You haven't got a pack, Tato. Right, let's see how we do this easily. Michael Owen's injured, just so you know. You're gonna have to do something with Michael Owen. Condition is a myth anyway. Right, you do something with Michael Owen, and I go and load a Northern Burns tactic. Owen out, Bros again. Load, what was it called? Burn 18 something. BB. There we go. Um, right, bear with me. I can't multitask and talk and do these things at the same time. So apologies for that. Um, right, clear squad, obviously. Um, we're gonna go Buffon, Cannavaro, Campbell. Where's Saul Campbell? Am I blind? Ah, there he is. Excellent. Um, Candela, Contra, Ndiaye, Vieira, Boya, Averon, Keane, Empensa. Substitutes. Neville, Mon, Rustu, Montero, and Aymar. There we go. Right, back to the chat. You have news. Aha, you will play Black Beach for your information. Owen out for 2 weeks. We saw that. Owen out. Who comes in? Broseg in. Rizza's on the bench. Excellent. Well, both managers are ready, I guess. I'm just going to double check Ian Edwards' captain situation. Uh, poor Scally. Really had that. That was not what I wanted to see. I wanted to see who's normally. Ah, it's Cannavaro indeed. And Cannavaro captain. Hopefully. Right, Northern Burnett home to Badgers. Last game of the evening. Thank you for your patience. Cannavaro captain. Yeah, I got that one sorted, mate. Thanks very much. Um, good. Good luck to both managers. Lee Boyer gets number 16. Hope that's good. Mm. There we go. 10 minutes played. No one has scored yet. But plenty of action. plenty of action. Not two big teams cancelling each other out here. There's definitely been attempts for both sides. Giggs has been doing pretty decently recently. Badgers give away a penalty, and Impenza does not disappoint. He has been very important for Northern Burn in terms of the amount of goals that he has put away this season, and this evening is no exception. We go into half time, and Northern Burn leads 1-0. No, he's still on orange. Lythe is still orange, I think. 13th goal of the season for Pensa. Badgers. Edgar Davids has had a terrible game. Um, Everyone else has done sort of okay-ish, I guess. Rhea Salihamidzic and Rissas on the bench are the options. Northern Burn are going to go as is. I can guarantee it. It's almost as if I have a crystal ball. Just a couple of minutes into the second half, and then Pensa is at it again. He is thwarted this time, though. Okoronkwo now comes forward, and there's Edgar Davids. Giggs as well. Giggs always looking dangerous for the Badgers, but yet to make any sort of decisive moves in this game. And it's in Pensa again. Good save by David Day. And there's Boyer scores on his debut, picks up the loose ball, I think. Uh, Badgers 13 games unbeaten. Looks as if they're coming to an end. Well, they have got just about 27 minutes to make up for it. They are on 1-0. Burn are on 8-4. The manager is undoubtedly going to go as is, unless he wants to see Aymar in action, because Veron has been terrible. He's on a 6, mainly due to the missed chances, probably. Otherwise, he has been playing okay. Badgers, as mentioned, looks as if the run is coming to an end. What will the manager do? Ryan Giggs is on a 6, but so are most of his players. It's actually only Tomasi who hasn't been terrible. Um, Naya, Paul Scholes, maybe. And the bench, yeah, we will see. Tato, it's up to you. It's now or never. Uh, what? Game's gone all good. Brosik off for Rayad. Extend the winger's arrows to the top. There we go. Game gone now, all good. You think so? Maybe. It's very haggis of you to give up so early. You never know. Red cards could be incoming. Things could happen. You could also concede a third, obviously. But let's see. Let's see if it gets that bad. 10 minutes left to play. Doesn't look as if the outcome of this one is about to change, to be completely honest. Guffon's done a great job in the burn goal to prevent anything that the batters have had, even as a sniff of a goal, not to hit the back of the net. Don't turn around at 2-0 with scoreline with one on target at 60 minutes. When did you have a shot on target? You didn't, and you still didn't. So yeah, Northern Burn 2-0 winners. Thank you for both managers for you for your patience and for the initiative to join this evening. Everyone's played 16 games. We finally caught up on all of the sort of unevenness in the league. Northern Burn are above the dotted line. Staggington just below them with East Coast. This is what the standing looks like. Yeah, it was worth tuning in, wasn't it? The hour's up. I have got stuff to do. So I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you very much once again, guys. It's good to be back. I'll speak to you again next week. Details out shortly. Good night.